that back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's OT, when I'm home.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few and the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, D.A. Look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Lowry can't get it to go. Here's Milton, covered by VanVleet. Horford against Siakam. Harris dishes to Embiid. You know what's funny tonight? We have two teams that love to push the tempo, love the pace. Smitty, do you like the fact the NBA is getting faster?
You know, I like it, Kevin. What I don't like is the coming down and taking a shot, an ill-advised shot. There's nothing wrong with playing fast, getting the ball up the court. If you don't have an advantage or a high percentage shot, just bring it out and run your offense.
Stay within the offense, in other words.
Yep,
right?
Stay within the offense.
Siakam misses.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Richardson the pass to Horford. Back to Richardson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot clock at 6. Snatched away. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Over to the left wing. Ibaka wide open. He fires. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch and shoot situations.
Harris passes to Embiid. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Offensive rebound. Siakam on the follow.
You know, before coaches started running plays for him, this is where Siakam would get his points, on the offensive glass.
Harris dishes to Embiid. Back to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Jazz. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a win.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
VanVleet. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Harris drives in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We talk about Harris's ability to create off the bounce, and then you see the upper body strength on the finish.
Now here's VanVleet. Richardson cover. Now Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Siakam's got 6. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And Gasol gets it to go.
Finding an opportunity inside. It's a good read by Marc Gasol. He's one of our high IQ players that we have.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 6. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Boucher kicks to Davis. Tries again, and it's good. 2 points.
Davis.
11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the... And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every...
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Davis. He's out there with Norman Powell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the power forward. Good on the bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Now here is Davis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. It's good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Davis. And then for Philadelphia, Al Horford is checked in for Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Scott. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Korkmaz. Here's Richardson after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Richardson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harris. Boucher with the rebound.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Philadelphia leading by 3. Burks the pass to Richardson. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's on an open. Burks covering.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Richardson outside. And that one, good.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
And Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D type player, recommitted himself last year, Smitty, to defense.
Kevin, he felt like he wasn't being impactful on the defensive end and vowed to amend that. He can be a nuisance with that reach, and he's put in that extra work to solidify his defensive presence.
Now here is Lowry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Pass to Horford. Poked away. Van Vliet with it. And Burks picks him up defensively. And the foul on Alec Burks. That'll be his second foul of the game. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. And it's Lowry penetrating. Misses from short range. Philadelphia leading by 3.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
Now here is Horford. He's coming off a 22-point game against Detroit.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Slowly but surely, Harris continues to elevate his game. The shooting, the playmaking, the ability to make a difference.
And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. Siakam. That one off the back iron and out.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Harris finds Neto. It's blocked.
And what you like about Siakam as a rim protector, the strong fundamentals.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. And there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the point guard.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Harris with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. 6 to shoot. Milton the pass to Harris. Down low, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. Here's Horford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Siakam finds Lowry. to Siakam. Over Horford. Second chance shot with the clock winding down. Lowry banked in off the glass. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And here's Richardson outside. No good that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Raptors trail by 5. Outside, Davis. Puts up a 3. No good that time. Good work defensively by Richardson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Davis. The 76ers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Horford up top. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Clock at 2. Richardson attacking. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for the Raptors. Baca comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. Philadelphia also making some changes. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Mike Scott. And Alec Burks subbed in for Josh Richardson.
I'll tell you what, Lowry has a number of ways to beat you from the mid-range.
Burks kicks to Korkmaz. It's deflected, and so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in.
OG Anunoby.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's the pass to Thibault. And it's blocked. Fast break Toronto. Here's Anunoby. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Now just a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Passes it to Thibault. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Burks the pass to Korkmaz. Yes, that goes in. Korkmaz has got 5 points so far.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
The putback missed. And so it's Philadelphia. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Lowry. And it's VanVleet in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And yes, it's good. Ibaka's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 4-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Korkmaz kicks to Horford. Here's Neto, now recovering. Offensive rebound.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Toronto shooting the ball at 42%. Outside Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. From 12 feet out. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Here's Korkmaz, defended by Ibaka. Here's Embiid, accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Van Vliet. Inside. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here is Lowry. He's covered closely. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Milton. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Anunoby, good.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Here's Milton, now recovering. Embiid against Ibaka. Embiid, the pass to Horford. Stolen by Van Vliet. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Raptors. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Pascal Siakam in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. The pass to Gasol. Here's Lowry. And too long on the shot.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They could have tied it up. That was a huge opportunity they missed.
Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And that one falls for Horford.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Rondé Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Siakam. Patrick McCaw comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the 76ers also making a change. Richardson's checked in. Harris finds Horford. And Gasol sends it back.
The former Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol showing his stuff.
The shot by Powell, no good. The 76ers leading by 3 to the inside. Here's Milton. Moves back up. Passes it to Embiid. The baseline J. Milton's shot is good. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's McCaw. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line from your Raptors, Patrick McCaw.
Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Pascal Siakam comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Fred Van Vliet is checked in for Norman Powell, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. Down low, it's tipped and stolen by Siakam. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And now Philadelphia Philadelphia on the break. Horford leading the charge. Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to McCaw to tie it up. And the Raptors can't hang on to the ball.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the 76ers with possession. 3-point lead. Harris outside. Pass to Milton. Clock at 6. Shot on the wing. Rebound by Kyle Lowry.
And it's all about the three right here.
And they're looking to tie it up. Live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
Richardson outside. It counts.
Who says he's still a young man? Josh Richardson looking like a veteran.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
So much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
And coming down the tunnel, an opportunity here at the home for the Atlanta Hawks. Well, Joel, and thank you, David. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for T.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. And for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. And that one no good to start him off on the night.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
And when he first came to America, well, what a great story this. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. For three. Rebound by the 76ers. Richardson outside. Now the pass to Harris. Pass to Milton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Embiid, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Milton. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Pass to Embiid over Young. And Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got 6.
Joel Embiid has a nice shooting touch and does not lack for confidence, and seems to be getting better in the mid-range area.
Pass to Capella. Here's Young. And no good that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Now, here's Richardson after the miss from Trae Young.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
That long reach of Embiid's is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shoot.
Kicks it out to Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 5 points in the game.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter out of the University of Maryland proved he can stripe it from day one.
And Greg Huerter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Reddish kicks to Carter. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lets it go with a 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The 76ers leading by 8. Thibault, the pass to Scott. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Carter. Here's Korkmaz. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. That one good for 2.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Carter, the pass to Huerter. Jacks up a 3. Reddish with the ball. And Reddish with the slam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage number.
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history. Something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
We've got Carter, Bembry out there with Teague, then it's Reddish, and it's Dedmon in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Here's Bembry. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Bembry's got his first points of the night.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Carter comes in with the double team. And here is Scott, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Inside, Horford. Dedmon with the block. Here's Bembry. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Next up will be a home game matchup against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And that one's good. Thibault.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
So the wing on the left. Here's Reddish. The shot's good. Reddish has got his second bucket. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 11-point game. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Thibault. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup. Thibault's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Thibault, the pass to Scott. Off target from the baseline. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Reddish. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The kick out to Young over Richardson. It's hauled in by Harris.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Young from outside connects from three-point range. Young's got it back down to within single digits for Atlanta. To the paint. Here's Harris. Sweet move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Collins.
Well, you've got to stay down on the shot fake. I mean, once Harris has you fooled, then you're done.
And Harris drops them both. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
40 seconds left to play in the first half. And the pass to Richardson. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And, Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch him, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork. But defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
Burks finds Harris. Pass to Embiid. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Hunter.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Up in time. No good on that one. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an... Thanks for joining.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point guard. Young's shot is off.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
A shot by Milton, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Now Horford. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Harris kicks to Richardson. Over Young. 6 on the shot clock. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Great shooters. Boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. The 4th spot held by Clint Capella.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
All alone, throws down the breakaway jam.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Teague is checked in for Atlanta.
76ers foul.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Herter. Capella, it's good on the putback.
Well, Capella's tenacity is so impressive. I mean, he's got an unlimited abundance of energy when it comes to offensive rebound.
Here's Thibault. 5 points in the game. Up again. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Here's Teague. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there. Who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Well, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But, I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. And Philadelphia making a change here. Hurts is checked in.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Harris, guys. I mean, all he needs is a little separation, and he's good to go.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Carter against Robinson. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Shot clock at 6. Teague drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Teague's got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, you could see how Teague was probing the defender there, seeing if he could catch him leaning and drive to the rim. Nicely done.
Embiid, the pass to Thybulle. 76ers with the new shot clock. Good work there as it goes. 11 points for Joel Embiid.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his first foul. Richardson outside. Pass to Burks. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. And the dunk by Embiid.
Hey, once Embiid catches the hot hand now, he's looking to shoot it as much as he can.
Young from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And there's the feed to Harris. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Shots good from Young. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Tie game in Atlanta. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Coach Brett.
Let's be great on simplicity.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Young and Huerter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Fernando in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. 6 to shoot. Korkmaz kicks to Richardson. Down low, Horford. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the 76ers lead by 2.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
It's deflected. Passes it to Huerter. The shot. He doesn't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Richardson left side. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Hilton the pass to Embiid. Off target on the 15-footer.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Richardson kicks to Embiid. Here's Milton, defended by Young, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Milton. To the paint. Horford dishes to Embiid. 5 to shoot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
The Hawks trailing. From deep. Shots good from Young.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
To the left side wing. It's Korkmaz in the corner. And here comes the break. And Herter gets it to go. And now a 3-point Hawks lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
Richardson attacking, and he banks in the layup.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now, here is Young. Shoots. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Richardson against Young. Richardson the pass to Horford. Here's Milton. It's Richardson on the wing to the inside. Shoots from the line. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Young from outside. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Horford kicks to Richardson. And stolen by Hunter. Collins finds Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Young pass to Fernando. And the rejection by Embiid. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock to take the lead. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And here's Young from the arc. Trains it from downtown.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Hilton the pass to Horford.
Really at the right plate.
The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're behind by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
They could win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. multifaceted improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K all the time. You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose.
An aerial view of downtown Boston. We are... David Eves come a long way. Thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Embiid. And it's Milton in at point guard. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the third pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Up top, Embiid, guarded by Walker. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Inside, here's Milton. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. That's a two-pointer from Walker. He trains the quick shot. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. For 3, Richardson drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Richardson against Brown. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Celtics ball.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Left side Walker. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Harris against Hayward. Passes to Milton. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
And Philadelphia has possession after the basket by Boston. Here's Harris over Hayward. Harris finds Horford. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. From 15 feet away, the 76ers again can't hit it.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Brown, good.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Now here's Horford. His last outing we saw him pour in 22. Richardson the pass to Milton. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A shot by Hayward, wide open. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Here's Horford. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Smart dishes to Hayward. Back to Smart. To the middle. Here's Tice. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Embiid. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Here's Thibault. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Oh, Tatum in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
From deep, Neto. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Boston leading by 4. Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Embiid, no good.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wanamaker looking over the floor. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston with their lead standing at 6 points. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started when
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Mike Scott out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Scott banked in off the glass.
Man, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Left side, Walker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Williams, he's checked in for Kansas. Glenn Robinson, the 3rd, is checked in for Philadelphia. Burks comes in for Raul Neto. Walker goes in to the paint. Pass to Wanamaker. It's not going to go for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Now here's Smart. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Richardson's checked in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. There's the dish to Burks. Shoots over Walker. And the 76ers get it back. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. The 76ers with another miss. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. They lead by 4. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Scott kicks to Burks. Outside Robinson. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Celtics leading by 4.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Back to Walker. Shoots from the baseline, and the jumper is good. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Burks the pass to Embiid, and it goes down 2 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's Walker penetrating, uses the glass to finish the layup. Walker's got 8.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And here's Burks. 11 points last game. Got a piece of it. The pass to Embiid. Fires for 3. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Burks.
I'll tell you, you have got to admire the kind of range Alec Burks possesses. Just about any spot on the floor is a good one for this guy.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Just 4 to shoot. Horford no luck. Right side Tatum over Robinson, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Celtics lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Boston had no problems getting going. Their lead at one point was up to 7. And that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Tatum passes to Tice. Back to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. Shoots from the high post at the tip, and Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Horford kicks to Harris. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And finished off by Horford.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
Out to Hayward. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Tice passes to Hayward. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Celtics lead by 7. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. And here's Walker. After Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. Here's Tatum. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Brown against Richardson. Here's Milton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
Gordon Hayward has an exceptional ability to get out on the break. This guy's a terrific athlete who the defense has trouble staying in front of. You know, people refer to Al Horford being the hub for this team. Defensively, he's always in the right position and such a good playmaker for a big man.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Now here's Tatum. Wanamaker. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And it's no coincidence teammates often have the best seasons of their careers, Doris, playing alongside Al Horford.
I think, Kevin, that has everything to do with his passing ability, but also his willingness to be an incredible screener. This guy walls off defenders as long as possible, maybe even flirting with a moving screen. All I know is guys get wide open looks off of Al Horford's screening ability.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Wanamaker. Wide open. And there are the Celtics with another basket. The 76ers trail by 11. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Robert Williams is checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Brad Wanamaker. From deep three-point range, Horford no luck. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Horford kicks to Korkmaz. Shoots over Cantor. Off the left rim and out. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Tatum dishes to Cantor. Over Harris. Cantor's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Thibault, the pass to Neto. He dishes it to Horford. Here's Harris from 11 feet away. And that one's good. Thibault
sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspiring. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Excellent defense. Keep getting the ball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Brown. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Harris finds Burks. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Williams with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Back to Brown. Cantor dishes to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Stolen by Robinson. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Al Horford. Here's Brown. And the shot is long. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. The lead now cut to single digits.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Outside, Smart. This is to Cantor. And the bucket is good. 3-point. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Horford. The 76ers again can't hit it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Outside Tatum. Walker, bounce pass. On its way from Hayward for two. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford goes in. Richardson gets a wide open look. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. For three, Harris.
Well, I think this is the kind of defense that you need from your leader. Gordon Hayward excellent at staying in front of his man.
Brown finds Tatum. Up high to stop the alley-oop. What's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, two guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling. I would agree. Hayward. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Embiid. Here's Milton, guarded by Walker. From the high post. The offensive rebound.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And he makes that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Boston.
And it may be a comfortable win for it, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jason Tatum.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Horford gets the bucket.
Well, this is just another way that Al Horford can beat you. He has turned himself into a quality three-point shooter.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Brown. Back to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. Shot clock at 6. Tatum with it. Unloads. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! A look from above. If we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Raptors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, the 76ers sitting there 4 spots below.
And I think for Toronto, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
But come on, GA, you know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Roman the paint. And for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
To the right side, and stolen by Harris. Richardson the pass to Milton. Here's Embiid, puts the move on, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Back to VanVleet. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes it from 10. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here is Harris. A 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Here's Siakam. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Milton the pass to Harris. The 76ers with another miss.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket to the inside, and stolen by Siakam. It's 2-on-1. Here's VanVleet, finished off the break. VanVleet's got 7 points in the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Richardson the pass to Thibault. Now here's Richardson, covered by Van Vliet. Down low, here's Horford. Over Siakam. And no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
Raul Netos checked in for the 76ers. And then for Toronto, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And Davis gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid, and the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Lowry, and again it's Toronto converting.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Thibault, no good again that time. Raptors leading by 16. Here's Lowry. Great positioning on the putback.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Right side Robinson. Pass to Embiid. It's Korkmaz in the corner. The 76ers again can't hit it. Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hangs. Here's Boucher. The second chance effort. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And
my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
I'm open right here.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, Joel Embiid out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz in at the shooting guard position. Offensive rebound. Pass to Powell. Here's Gasol. Tries again. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Well, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Outside Robinson. He dishes it to Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Back to Robinson. From deep. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Then for the Raptors, OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Takes the 13-footer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Powell with the steal. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Al Horford's checked in for Philadelphia.
Checking in for the 76ers, Al Horford.
Now here's VanVleet. Not a lot of room. There's the pass to Anunoby. Hits it from three-point range. Anunoby's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Second chance shot. That shot off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious. Two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Thibault, the pass to Harris. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
Lowry with the ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Utah. Passes it to Powell. The three. They grab their own miss.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Pass to Horford. It's stolen by Ibaka. Pushing it up. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Pass to Thibault. Out left to the wing. From deep three-point range, and it's Lowry with the rebound.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Anunoby kicks to Lowry. From outside, off the mark.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Here's Neto. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Anunoby with the putback. And so it's Toronto. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are completely in control of the game. Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Lowry and Powell, the guards.
Oh, wow! Nice! Real athleticism. I mean, for a bigger guy, Embiid really knows how to drop the hammer.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Chris, as skilled as he is offensively, he's some overlooked Joel Embiid's defensive impact.
Yeah, Kevin, he's the centerpiece of their defense. He's an outstanding rim protector, and he moves great for a player his size.
And the pass to Milton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Horford the pass to Milton. The putback, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Here's Lowry. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Back to Siakam. Upside Thomas. Takes the three. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Fast break Toronto. And a wide open look for Siakam. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And here's Harris from the arc. And the 76ers get it back. Passes it to Richardson. Shot to stop the run. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Harris. And Alec Burks subbed in for Shake Milton. Embiid with the steal. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. Robinson, that's good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lets it go from the wing. And he overshot that one, missing. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Scotty's checked in for Richardson. Toronto on defense. Scott kicks to Embiid. Pass to Korkmaz. Lots of room. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bunt.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Boucher. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from 14. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Inside. And it's Scott with the jam.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Here's Davis. His three-pointers off the mark. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Robinson left side. Pass to Scott. Pass to Korkmaz. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Three-pointer. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Boucher passes to Gasol. Here's Boucher. Can't hit from in close. Off target with that shot. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Toronto ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Thibault in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Embiid. Another shot. Toronto grabs the miss. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's Thibault. And that one drops. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job, to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now Van Vliet. The three-pointer off the mark.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Burks finds Neto. Out to the wing. Here's Thibault. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Van Vliet. Outside Gasol. On the wing, Davis. A new 14 for the Raptors. Gasol passes to Powell. Second shot opportunity. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And here in the second half, their production on the offensive glass has slipped. I mean, they had the lead, but that has been an issue.
Here's Neto, covered by Van Vliet, and finished off by Horford.
I mean, when you have a big like Horford setting the screen and rolling to the bucket, there's just nothing that D can do sometimes. Just such a finesse player.
And stolen by Horford. And now Philadelphia on the break. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Here's Anunoby. Misses the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Toronto.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Serge Ibaka.
Oh, he was a scary man at the defensive end with all those blocks. Even the shots he didn't get a hand on, he affected. He forced a lot of misses out there tonight.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Yep, it counts.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. A 3-ball. Milton grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Embiid. Out to Harris. They get it back. Embiid dishes to Horford. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3, and Embiid gets it to go.
Look, Kevin, he's showing how dangerous he can be from there. Embiid's three-pointer, it continues to look better over time.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, goaltender. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. RPM 10 benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Certainly one of the most beautiful structures and the most... How do we have... And it sure is fun to watch, D.A. Thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1. And for the 76ers, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point. And the 76ers with possession. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team. They're the fourth seed. Yeah, let's go up against this. Sure. There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Out to the right wing. Back to Young. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Passes it to Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Shots good from Young.
I mean, how do you stop a guy like that? Defensively, you want to protect the rim. He's so far away as Trae Young from the bucket.
From deep three-point range. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Young. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Milton. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with Clay. You know, Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Reddish is checked in. It's Young on the wing. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Scott. Buries the long-range jumper.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Here's Young. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Maybe not a super athlete, or at least a hyper athlete in the Westbrook mode, but Trae Young's ball handling ability does some incredible things for him out there on the floor to create space and help him change pace for those kind of angles where he can score.
Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Raul Neto comes in for Josh Richardson. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Collins. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Hunter. Here's Embiid. And at last, they get one to fall.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And you love the aggressiveness of Young, tacking off the dribble and sprint for his size, able to finish inside.
Well, he can get to the inside. He can shake guys loose. It's his ability to see the floor, Kevin. But it still comes down to that range where Trae Young has confidence to pull up from just about anywhere to get his offense going.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the wing right side. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Good on the shot.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Takes a 3. Embiid. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 6 points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Shots good from Young.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Young with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Young's running, and Reddish with the slam.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's his first foul. Now, here's Scott. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Carter, and it's Fernando in at the 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Korkmaz after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Rocked loose. Pass to Burks. And here is Horford. Teague covering. And Horford, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Horford's got his first basket of the night.
Once Horford sees that gap, he's going to drive that lane, get into the inside like he did there. Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of their rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Korkmaz. Teague covering. And here's Burks. Back to Korkmaz. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Korkmaz has got 8 points in the quarter. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks. Grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
And the 3 off target. The Hawks leading by 4. Outside Carter. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Burks kicks to Embiid. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Korkmaz passes to Embiid, and there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Richardson in for Korkmaz. And then for Atlanta, Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Vince Carter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Benford.
And Horford outstanding at the screen there. He knows how to dive aggressively to the basket off the pick, expects the pass. That's difficult to guard.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Robinson. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Here's Richardson, and it's blocked. They recover it. Burks. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
Teague, the pass to Huerter. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Reddish comes in for Jeff Teague. Capella kicks to Collins. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 4.
Well, working tirelessly on the stroke. Tobias Harris trying to find consistency with that shot.
Now here's Reddish. Fires from 14. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Harris outside. The pass to Thibault. Back to Harris. Over Reddish. And that one goes long. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the paint. Here's Huerter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Kevin Huerter's favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade, and that's why he wears the number 3.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Richardson the pass to Scott. Richardson outside. Over Reddish. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks ahead, up by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 steals. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. From deep. And Brett, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah, Harris outside. Here's Horford. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 6 points for Horford.
Dangerous from that spot. Horford lights it up, gets excited when he gets the ball in that range.
That one falls.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Harris, and the rejection by Collins.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Richardson the pass to Milton. Kept alive. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Young from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Here's Milton. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And now it's just a 4-point Hawks lead. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To the left wing, Collins finds Young. Here's Capella. Richardson covered. It's Collins with the drive. 5 to shoot. Capella, the pass to Young. This one for 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. A minute 50 left to play here in the third. Richardson against Young. Richardson dishes to Horford. Over Collins. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league. One of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there. Gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's now 10 points for Joel Embiid. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. The lead is 2. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. To end the cold streak, it's hauled in by the 76ers. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
Makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
Kicks it to Hunter. Back to Herter. In the corner, Collins with it. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, last season, Collins only had 157 of those. Kevin, get used to it.
The 76ers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Hawks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Richardson against Young. And he converts the layup. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
A shot by Milton, no good. Out to the right wing. With 4 seconds on the clock, it doesn't go for him.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And we've reached the end of the... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Carter. Teague out there at Denver. Then it's Jones. And it's Reddish in at the 3 slot. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Bembry. 6 on the shot clock, and it's in there. Bembry's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Harris. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. The Hawks leading by 5. Here's Reddish. Lays it up off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points. And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Passes it to Thibault. Back to Korkmaz. Looking to end the run. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks leading by 13. Here's Bembry, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I can get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
For Atlanta, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yes.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
They get a hand on it to end the drought. Thibault can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 17. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Burks, the pass to Harris. Out left to the wing. Burks on the wing. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Horford. No one near him. Chalk up 2 there.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by the Hawks. And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right, GA?
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, Tobias, too strong. Gets inside, not going to be denied.
So both teams changing it up here. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Teague feeling it out a bit. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Hawks.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Oh, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Outside Robinson. Now the pass to Milton. Over Teague. A shot by Milton, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Over to the wing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. A nice shot by Teague.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews.
And the Celtics looking dapper, getting off the bus earlier. You've got to... Well, yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Boston. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Philadelphia. They're in the 6th position.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the point. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Brown wide open. He fired. Offensive rebound Celtics. Tatum finds Brown. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense had overcommitted and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Brown.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
And Brown runs the floor like a locomotive, 225 pounds, and wrecks defenses in transition.
Milton the pass to Horford to end the run, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kemba Walker picks one up. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Tatum's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Embiid. That one, no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Clock at 4, Tatum. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Here's Harris. No good. Some solid defense from Brown. And they're pushing it up. Here's Milton. Makes it off the glass.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Tatum on the wing. Back to Walker. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Embiid. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
They swipe it. Got a piece of it. It's tipped. Passes it to Thibault. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Williams finds Brown. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 4. Now here's Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia. Outside, Smart. Here's Brown. And that one released in time, but no good. Jaylen Brown is... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
We've got Alec Burks. Shot is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Robinson. And it's Thibault in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's Cantor. Brown. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Thibault can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Burks. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
And, Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Enes Kanter, and Walker's subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Hayward kicks to Smart. Burks with the steal. Richardson outside. Pass to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III, and Raul Neto is subbed in for Burks. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Hayward goes in. The putback. The kick out to Walker. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 6. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Smart passes to Tice. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now a 7-point Celtic lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Outside, Walker. On the wing, and it's Boston with another.
You know, Walker is fantastic at taking what the defense gives him, but that takes experience and patience.
Korkmaz kicks to Neto. Pass to Horford. Williams with the block, and they get it back. Goes back up. Baseline try, and there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Richardson. Horford's got 6 here in this quarter.
Stretches the floor nicely for a big, versatile. Horford's become a perennial all-star.
Hayward dishes to Williams. Hayward outside. It's picked off. Here's Korkmaz. And that would have counted, but his shot and a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He had 10 points and 1 steal. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. Harris against Hayward. 6 to shoot. Pulls up, high post, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Mark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Collins back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Back to Horford. Shoots over Walker. And it's off the back rim. No good. Boston leading by 5. Here's Tice. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
And here's Richardson outside. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Walker goes in. Tice. Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Walker the pass to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Hayward outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hayward's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
From 18 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
From the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Boston making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. But they recover it. Feeds to Scott. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Scott's got his first basket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The 3 from Tatum. And the turnover again by Boston.
And now look at Jason Tatum. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 3rd in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well. Robinson's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Shake Milton. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, you can't go for the shot fake. As soon as Embiid has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
And the 76ers making a change here. Neto's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Williams, he's checked in for Kanter.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. And a change for the Celtics. Kanter's checked in. Outside Williams. Tatum wide open. He fires one. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Tatum's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Tatum on the wing. Over Robinson. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 11-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Tatum on the wing. All alone. And they pick up 2. Tatum's got 7 points.
Boy, set him up nicely that time, guys. And Tatum, like most players, shoots better off a good pass.
Smart kicks to Tatum. Back to Smart. There's the triple. And Tatum with the basket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in command with a 16-point lead.
We're playing play to play, okay?
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Richardson, and it's Thibault in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And stolen by Harris. Here's Thibault, guarded by Smart. Thibault can't get it to go. Tatum passes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Tatum. Knocks it loose, and the dunk by Embiid.
You know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
It's tipped.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Hayward comes in for Robert Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. Embiid kicks to Richardson. Another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics leading by 21. Hayward finds Walker. Bounce pass from Tatum. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Outside, Walker. To the inside, Hayward. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Richardson, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Celtics passing it around. Walker the pass to Hayward. Back to Walker. Brown outside. Boston needs to get off a shot. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Brown.
I think you've always got to have a hand up on Walker. Very capable at knocking down the three ball.
It's Richardson on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Here's Milton. The pass to Embiid. He dishes it to Horford. Over Tatum. Passes to Harris. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. Horford the pass to Embiid. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Boston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Jason Tatum.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
For 3, Hayward, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
For 3.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
They get it again. No good there.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Brown finds Walker. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.